Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Lucas,
My name's Nate.
and we're the Buds and Suds podcast. How was your past week, Nate?
Past week was pretty good. Unfortunately, this week we were going to be going to the was it Land Grant Brewery, and they've been doing a summer movie outdoors kind of thing, and we were going to go to it with you actually, and
I don't blame you.
didn't get to go because it rained out. So we luckily got to have fun at your place and watch it. But that was a lot of fun. And then tomorrow, wife and I are going to be taking a trip out to Baltimore.
Yeah, planning on seeing any breweries out there, or?
Haven't really planned on it, but I'm always open to suggestions. I know when I'm there, usually her sister and her sister's boyfriend will take us out to a place. There was a place that we went to, and I don't really remember what the name of it was. It was a very small microbrewery. It was pretty good. It was really tiny. We actually didn't even realize it was a brewery until we got there. But I also heard them talking about this place called The Church, which I guess is some kind of brewery. I don't really know much about it.
Yeah, no.
I had heard them talking about it to my parents or my father-in-law. So I'm interested to see maybe they could take us there and see what that's like.
Speaking of your father-in-law, I heard that he enjoyed the first episode very much.
Yeah, so he
and this is what he had to say about it. If I could, oh no. Go ahead with what you were going to say. I have to find the picture.
Yeah, my wife, they had told me about that they were playing it, and my father-in-law was watching a game, and heard it going on in the background, and heard us talking about our different glasses, and how you were talking about all the different glasses that you had, and apparently he heard me talk about how I like to try to steal the glasses from the brewery instead of actually having to pay for them. And so he found that really funny. But you said he commented on something?
I spoke to your lovely wife, and she said that she liked the podcast, so that's good, and that her father listened to it for a bit of it, and liked our jive and chemistry. So I think we found the president for our fan club.
Chemistry, I guess. I don't really like you, but I guess that's chemistry.
No, I tolerate you. You're just the one that happens to be closest to me.
Honestly, I just exist. Like it just happens to be there.
Yeah, no.
If I ever see you on the side of the street and look at you, I probably wouldn't even breathe in your direction. I'd be like, I don't.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I would breathe in your direction, just because we are in the time of pandemic, and hey, better you than me.
Wow. All right. Anyway, moving on. What is the first beer that we're gonna be drinking today? Actually, we should start. What's the theme? What's the theme?
I honestly, I didn't really have much of a theme. I just went with some pretty, I don't know. All of these beers seem pretty interesting, and I know in the first episodes people were asking about a milkshake IPA.
Now they're all Ohio breweries, right?
I mean, technically, yes, they are. They all are.
Okay.
But we did all Ohio for week 1, so I guess we can do it for week 2 as well.
Right.
Ohio has a lot of fantastic craft beer options. So the first one we're going to be doing is from Nocterra Brewing. It's called California Swell Line. It is their double fruited ghosts.
So
they are in Columbus. Well, Powell actually, but still the Columbus area.
I love this design. First off, I really like this this design. I know last week on the podcast, we looked at a lot of the different cans and stuff and admired just the look of it. Is it true you can judge a beer by its cover?
I mean, no,
No. So there's
no.
some pretty bad beers out there that have a really cool cover, and you just
Oh
get
yeah,
disappointed by them.
definitely, definitely. And I mean, I
Oof.
think that's
Disappointment.
probably why they have such intricate can art,
Hmm.
is that they try to hide it. But all I've had from Nocterra has been really good beers. They make some really good juicy IPAs. This is my first goza from them, which is the correct
So
pronunciation because
I should say for those who this is the first podcast they've listened to, if you're not aware, I know very little about craft beers or just beer in general. I naturally just like to drink any beer that is like thrown in front of me. It could be Budweiser. It could be the most fancy beer you have ever had in your life. I drink it. And Lucas here is kind of an expert. He's gonna be modest. He's gonna be modest, but
I
I'd say he's
I'm
kind of an
not
expert in
not an
this.
expert. I forgot what an imperial stout was in the first episode, so definitely not an expert by
Anyway,
any
yeah,
means of the
we learned
word.
a lot about those. So it was, I remember this right. Hold on. So Imperial, it has higher than a 9.0 ABV or a
And
10. It
it's
varies.
not. I
It's
mean,
like a
it's
variation.
yeah. It
Okay.
there's some imperials that are lower than 9. There's some imperial.
But
I would say
IPAs in
probably with
general, that's for IPAs. That's what it was, right?
IPAs,
Okay.
stouts,
And then
you know,
sessions
anything.
are less than 5.
I would say probably less than 5,
Less than 5.
five and a
Okay.
half.
So
Yeah,
something I learned from the last one. I'm guessing I'm gonna learn a lot more about gooses. All right.
it's a goza.
I remember the
It's
first time
goes.
I tried to pronounce this word to you and you like shit on me for it.
That's just in general. That's just in general.
It's a good goose. It's a fruity goose if you haven't tried it before. A
It's
ghost, is
it's
that ghost?
goza.
Goza.
Goes
So z
goes
z z z
uh
or s
uh
or
it
z.
uh
I
just
know
say
the part. I'm asking
just
about
say
the z of the
goes uh
but is it go z with a z or an s?
s.
S. So go sa.
No, okay, so then z.
All right.
It's a z. It's a z.
Jesus. All
It's a
right.
z. I don't
So,
know.
but anyway, what I was saying is Lucas here hopes to one day open up his own brewery.
I do.
Uh,
I do indeed.
and so we're testing his knowledge on all these different craft beers, and he's gonna be teaching me a lot about all the different styles of beers and everything that goes into making them.
And in 2 weeks' time, we're gonna try my beer
And we're gonna try his
that I have
beer, which
that I have behind me.
will be interesting. Um,
I hope it's good.
and another thing I learned from the last one is that hops is the heart. Is the
Nope.
heart of every beer? Wasn't
Nope.
that what it was?
Malt. Is
Malt.
because
Malt is the
yeah,
heart of every beer.
yeah, there you go.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Okay. So we're gonna learn about Goza today. Goza. Um, but yeah. So back to this Nocterra. So
Yeah.
Nocterra Brewing Company, California Swell Line,
Yeah.
2X fruited Goza.
Yeah.
So tell me, what do you know about this?
On the side of the can, it says it's been made with two row wheat, oats, sea salt, raspberry, and blackberry. And for anytime you pick up a goza, the reason that it is a goza, it's because it's been brewed with salt. The
Okay,
hops that they use,
so Gozas are their main feature is they're brewed with salt.
yeah, that's
Okay.
like, IPAs are the hoppy ones. The gozas are going to be the saltier ones.
Okay. What hold on, real
Cascade,
quick, I'm sorry. What
yeah.
so what distinguishes a goes from like a sour? What
I guess. Oh, that's a good question, actually. I mean, well, they're
'cause
both on the
from what
sour
I remember they
side of
taste
things.
kind of the
Hopefully, they don't.
same, don't they? I mean they have that kind of
Yeah,
sweeter
I would
taste.
I would say that they're very similar. Other than, I mean, I guess the sours aren't going to be salty. I
Okay.
mean, that's probably what I could say and be right about, I guess. You call me an expert, and I would say that I'm just an avid fan. It says it's been brewed with Cascade and Centennial, and I don't know what that next line is. I don't
House
know what either of that means.
Lactobacillus?
Oh,
Lactobacillus?
yeah, and Cali Ale. I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
that's short
I
for
don't know.
California, right? Because this is California.
I'm sure
Oh.
Cali is short for California.
just a wild guess, but
And this is what happens. You call me an expert, and then people are gonna think I have all the answers. Meanwhile, I'm over here going, I've never seen that word before in my life.
um, yeah, one thing I learned from the last podcast too is that in the bottom of the cans you can find these really cool. You find the what is the can date, right? But you can find the really like, come on, these are the cool things that like I don't really get to see, and then you're like, oh yeah, I see it all the time, and I'm like, what? This is blowing my mind. But at the
Yeah,
bottom it
yeah.
says they
Somebody
usually put like
printed something.
they put some like cool little printed thing, and they put California Love on this one. My other one was what
Oh,
was my
really?
favorite one from last? Yeah, this one mine says California Love.
Oh, mine doesn't have anything.
Well, you got gypped.
Yeah, I'm really gonna miss out on the experience because I'm not gonna drink this beer
Well,
anymore.
well,
I
the one
changed my mind.
from before, or the one from last time, it said "Welcome to Flavor
Welcome
Town,"
to Flavor
and
Town,
it
and
was
you
a
lost your
Columbus beer.
shit.
I did because I mean, "Welcome to Flavor Town" and Guy Fieri being born in Columbus. I thought it was a whole play on that, but probably wasn't. Anyway, let's crack this open and try. Let's try this.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna use one of my good glasses for this one, unfortunately, because I'm gonna save this for the others.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I would end to shake this one. Well, not just because of that, because it's a smaller can and it's only 12 ounce. The other ones are 16s, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to save the bigger glasses for the 16 ounces.
Ooh, that color is nice.
I'm getting a lot of similar colors from that cherry sour we had before. This one's much
Ooh.
darker though. Much darker.
That
than
one smells very berry-like.
Definitely much darker. Ooh. All right, my little cool Pikachu glass here.
And this is in my Columbus Brewing glass, but
it's definitely a lot
Pour that.
darker than the cherry sour we had before. Wow, I do love that smell.
that is nice on the nose.
So let's see. Obviously the raspberry. I don't really eat blackberries that often, so I don't really know the smell of them, but I'm assuming it's blending in really well with raspberry. I guess.
On Untapped, it says that it's a goza with a boatload of raspberry and blackberry that amps up the ABV a touch. So
what is 2-row?
I don't know. Let me look that up.
But while you're looking it up, do you mind if we take a quick sip of this?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do a quick little.
Okay.
What's it say?
It's the type of malt that they used.
Oh,
that makes sense.
The heart of all beers.
Yeah, the heart of all beers. You can make more beer from 2-row than from 6-row malt. It's lower enzyme count, lower protein, greater starch content, thicker husk, make it better suited to higher extract.
All about those enzymes.
This is less obvious at the homebrew scale and more concerned for large breweries. Gotcha.
Man, dude, I could make this into like a scent, like something to spray in my room. I could live in there all day. Just
cool.
I just got a lot of ocean right there. Wow. Okay.
It is definitely sour up front with that berry flavor,
yes.
And that salt is just at the end. Oh man, that's nice.
I do like that.
I like that.
It does. I remember Gosas because I remember how tart that initial taste is. Usually when I get them, I don't normally get that when I taste sours as much. This one hit me really hard.
You're telling me you don't get a sour taste in your mouth when you drink sours?
No, I do, but this was like a quick tart flavor. Whereas when I drink sours, I don't get that initially. I don't know if it's because I drink sours a lot more than I do Gosas, but maybe it's just a mind trick. And maybe the Gosas is playing a mind trick on me like a ghost, you know? Gosa, ghost, now it all makes sense.
I could drink this all day. This is, yeah. I'm definitely getting that blackberry and the raspberry.
I definitely get the raspberry now. Remember last week I was having trouble with that pound cake one because I was letting it sit on my mouth instead of just drinking. Was it sitting on my mouth and I wasn't just drinking it? I don't remember what it was, but I was getting a different taste from it when I would just drink it instead of just let it sit on my tongue. So I'm trying that with this one here. And when it sit on my tongue, I definitely get a much better taste. That pound cake one last week was really interesting. and I would like to give it another shot at some point. But
Yeah. Oh, okay. You could have told me. I could have picked some up when I went beer shopping this week.
well, I want to give it a little bit of time because I would like to give it some time and try some other stuff first. But
Well, you're gonna be trying a lot of new beers for you
that's true.
every week.
So what was the ABV? It was 6%.
6. I mean, this salt right here, I think, again, this is just a common phrase that I use, like a lawnmower beer. This is something that after a long day of just mowing the lawn or being out in the hot sun, I would come in and I would grab one of these and I'd probably pound it. Oh man, they
Okay.
nailed it with this one. Bravo to Nocterra. Bravo.
I do. If it's like really, there is of course like the initial shock of the tartness, but like instantly once it gets inside my mouth, it comes very smooth. And the
Mhm.
aftertaste, yeah, you're right on the salt. That's a really good aftertaste.
And it's not to like one of those gozes that makes me feel like I need to drink a glass of water.
Are there some that are like that where you get such
Some are, yeah.
like just an ocean taste? Huh.
Yeah.
Like I said, my world of gosas isn't very diverse. I've only had a few. I usually stick to sours, so the new sea salt thing is a little bit different. But yeah, dude, I'm all about that like aftertaste, man. And this is good.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, and there's sediment on the bottom. They must have used a lot of fruit in this.
There's cinnamon on the bottom. What?
Sediment.
Oh,
Sediment.
sediment. I think sediment. I was like, I have no recollection of that being on the can here. All right. Sediment. How?
Oh,
Maybe it
okay.
is
Go to pour your beer. Go to pour the rest of the can into the beer.
Oh, okay.
Is stuff coming out?
Yeah, I saw a little bit. Yeah. I
Yeah.
only had a little bit left in there.
Good stuff.
Okay, yeah. So what's the sediment? What is that?
It's probably all the berries.
Oh, just okay. So it's like the remnants of berries and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm getting. All I'm getting is like red raspberry.
So do you brew Gosa the same as you do any other kind of beer? You just add salt? Like do different beers have different ways of brewing? Okay, if that's too much, like that's fine. We can always.
I mean
research later.
I can tell you yes. I know that there is.
Okay.
There's like dry hopping and wet hopping, and I get it also depends on with adjuncts and stuff like that.
Okay.
I
Cool,
don't
cool.
know when the salt goes in. And that's a good question. Damn it, Nate. And this is, now
Let's
I
see,
have to do
these are
my
the questions
homework
then we
before.
research later, and then when I ask
Yeah,
them
yeah,
again, we
yeah.
know, right?
Yeah, absolutely. This is definitely a trial by fire.
Most people can comment on the video. They can comment and they can tell us. They can teach us stuff.
Yeah,
too.
they'll be like, don't listen to these idiots. They obviously don't know. Their expert is a sham.
These noobs know nothing. You're just here for a reaction video, okay? That's all it is. I'm just kidding. Really, but I mean, it is. It's a reaction video to us trying these beers.
And they will have a reaction to our reaction.
Yes, and then I will react to your guys' reaction to us. Reacception.
Oh,
all right.
man.
I don't want to get too far in that one. I think we should move on with our next one.
Yeah, well, yeah. What are you going to give it on Untappd, though?
So we usually rate it out of 5. We usually put our ratings on Untappd. I don't know if we're able to add our Untappd so people can see our ratings for stuff. Is that possible?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
We can add that to the YouTube.
All right, so we'll add that to YouTube so you guys can see how we rate these things. But I think down the line we'll maybe add our rating into the video as well. This is my first Gosa to review, so I'm all about like a baseline.
Oh, I doubt that. What other beers do you have? You have like 8 beers.
I know, I only have like 8 beers. All right, I don't have a huge selection. 8 beers that I've reviewed. If I were to give this something, if I were to stick to like the sour area, I think I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5.
Okay. Okay. I gave it a 4.25.
4.25.
I enjoyed that quite a bit.
Yeah, I think the only reason I didn't give it a little bit higher is I'm not not the biggest on raspberry and blackberry. I don't enjoy those flavors as much, so
Hmm.
um, I think that's the only thing. It's just it doesn't sit on my tongue as well as another berry might do, I guess. But like
It's
overall,
okay. You like the beer, but not every beer is
yeah,
brewed for
yeah.
every person.
But I think just like the way it initially tastes and then the aftertaste is really good. So yeah, 4.0 for sure, for sure. All right,
Leave that one for
we'll
later.
move on to the next one.
Yeah. All
All
right.
right,
So, oh my.
what was that?
I just realized the alcohol content in this beer.
Oh, jeez. Let me see.
And I don't know how I'm going to be feeling
Ooh,
by the end of beer 4.
damn. All right, all right, all right. I see you're shaking this one, so we got to shake. This is another one we're gonna shake.
Yeah, this is one I would just roll
All right.
gently.
So this one is Maui Pineapple Milkshake Double IPA from Taft's Brewing.
Yeah.
I've had one thing. I think I've had one other thing from Taft.
It was what?
It was a bathtub, wasn't it? It was a bathtub something. Hold on, I got it in my fridge.
What?
I think
Gavel Hammer?
it was
Or
a
the
chocolate, I think.
Oh, yeah, yeah, Love in the Tub.
Love in the
It was
Tub.
the thing that
Yes.
they made for the service industry workers.
Yes, and it had a bunch of pictures from the different workers and stuff
Hmm.
on the label. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what it was. Love in a Tub. I thought it was really
Didn't we
good.
all
I still have
didn't we
one.
also have Taps last week?
Not that I can remember, but maybe. We had a Cincinnati beer, but I don't remember if it was Taps or not.
Oh no, it wasn't. It was Listerman. We had Listerman. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So here's I really like the cover here. It's shiny, catches the eye. Um, I like pineapple.
It
Yes.
says, "Say aloha to your new favorite beer. This Imperial IPA is brewed with El Dorado, Sabro, and Cascade hops, combined with Pilsner malt and flaked wheat, loaded with lactose, Tahitian vanilla, pineapple juice, and puree. This tropical velvety is perfect summer treat."
All right. So as we
Cool.
crack this one open, talk to me about double IPA. What defines a double IPA? Ooh,
Oh, jeez.
yeah, that one was a bit of a
Got excited.
fizzle one.
So a double IPA is when they use double the amounts of hops, basically.
So double
And then
hard action. I like that.
yeah, yeah. And a triple IPA is when they use triple the amount of hops, which double IPA also tends to be an imperial IPA with higher ABV. So
Wait, no, malt is the heart. I'm sorry, I made that mistake. Malt is the heart. Hops. Okay, hops. Okay. You agreed with me too. Why'd you do that? Why'd you allow me
I
to?
oh I didn't
You
even
just
hear it.
didn't
I
listen to
just
me like you normally don't do. I get it. It's
no,
cool.
I don't. This is going in my big Ohio mug, my big Ohio Stone mug. God, I have so many beer glasses.
I have yet to seal any, so. Although I do take the coasters from most places because I like those. All right, yeah, I poured mine, but I think because I might have twisted it a little too much, I got a little
Ooh,
bit a little too much foam here, but not too bad
oh,
actually.
that's fine. Oh, that just smells like sweet pineapple.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah,
And the
pure
thing that I
pineapple.
love with since this is a lactose IPA, it's going to be a little bit sweeter because it's brewed with milk sugar, and anything that's brewed with milk sugar is going to take on the characteristic of the sweetness,
Huh?
and that's what makes it a milkshake IPA.
I've never heard
So
of
when
milk sugar.
well, that's what I made up at Ice Deer, what Brewed Theater was.
Oh, okay. Huh?
Did you go for the first sip?
I didn't yet. No, I was just smelling it.
That smells fantastic.
Are we going for a first sip?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Ooh,
damn. Hold on. That was really sweet.
I'm getting pineapple. I'm getting I'm getting pineapple, vanilla, and then it just hops on the back end.
Yep.
And oh man,
That's exactly what. Wow. That's like a dessert, really. I mean,
it's definitely a dessert beer.
that is really good. I would say the pineapple reminds me of. I used to always have that. My grandma always used to have these. They were like those little tiny cans. They were the dual pineapple juices. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
They come in like really tiny like soda cans, like lot tinier than like the normal like 12-ounce can, and they're just pineapple juice, but they're dual pineapple juice. And sorry, that's what it reminded me of. I used to have those all the time when I was at my grandma's. I guess it's like maybe an older person like kind of thing. I don't know, but that's 100% what it reminded me of. I got that initial taste of that, and then I definitely tasted the sugary taste, a little bit of the vanilla, but then yeah, that aftertaste is good too.
This is it's just pleasant. Like I don't want this beer to end.
This would make a really good after meal drink.
Yeah. It's just
try to think of like
a
pairing of a food that would go with this.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of. I mean, I would almost. No, I would make like a beer float out of this, honestly.
A beer float. What's a beer float?
Yeah, I would ice cream. I would put ice cream with this.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that's interesting. I kind of want to
I would get some vanilla ice cream and just put it in here and have just a pineapple vanilla.
Ooh, I kind of want to try that now. Do we have any vanilla ice cream? No one's here. I don't know why I'm doing that.
I don't know why.
No, that sounds like a really good idea. Maybe we should try that sometime in the future podcast.
Yeah, we can definitely do ice cream with beer because I've done that before. And the one that I love to do it with is a beer that's no longer made. So,
what's the beer that's no longer made?
Slide Rule from Urban Artifact.
Oh, Urban Artifact. Okay. Is it a seasonal thing, or they just don't make it at all anymore?
It was a seasonal thing, but they discontinued it.
Gotcha. Hold on. Were there any things this brewery wanted to say? What were the breweries that had a notice?
Oh yeah.
So Lucas here reached out to some of these breweries that we were tasting for today, and he reached out if they wanted to have any kind of like little plug they wanted to put into our video. And was Taft one of the ones that put in a plug?
Yeah. Taft wanted it to be known that on the last Wednesday of every month, they do a 4-course meal that they pair with their beers for the different courses. So, I mean, that sounds like
good.
something I would definitely do.
Abby and I have talked about living down in Cincinnati, like sometime in the future.
Well, they might also do it in their Columbus. I don't know if they do it in their Columbus one or not.
Location?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Oh, well then, that might be something to ask.
Oh, that's where I thought you got the Taft beer from.
This Taft?
The one that you had in your fridge.
No, I just got that at like a local shop. No.
Oh, okay.
That was at the shop that you recommended, going to that little hole in the wall shop.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
of course, it was right when COVID had hit, so like their shelves were pretty much empty, and there was like no supply of anything. So I was like, hey, this looks good. I'll try this.
Yeah, Taft has a brewporium in Cincinnati and Columbus.
Yeah, so I think we should go ahead and rate this. Do you think?
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I definitely am. I'm afraid.
And here's the thing.
I'm afraid to do too much of this.
You doing what?
I'm afraid to drink too much of this right now, only because it is the 8.6%.
No, go for it. I'm already all the way there.
I'm already like all the way there. I'm already crunk.
And that's how much I got left. Just the bottom part there.
Oh my god, dude! I'm like, I mean, it's good. It is, but I know it's also gonna fill me up quicker because it's so sweet, and I don't want that to overdo all the other ones we have because I know those are also gonna be somewhat sweet. So
that's why you get your water.
It is why I have my water, but it sits out of my stomach, man. Come on. Are you somebody who eats ice cream before a meal?
I'm the type of person that will make a sandwich because I'm hungry and while dinner cooks.
God, one of those people.
I just eat food.
Oh boy. All right. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah.
And I will say this. I will say this. This is kind of controversial in the beer world. I will say this. I don't give a damn what anybody says. I love milkshake IPAs. I know a
Is that a
lot of
controversial
craft beer
thing?
drinkers who turn their nose up at them and like, yeah, yeah. They do the same thing for hazy IPAs, and hazy IPAs are delicious. If a beer is delicious, drink it.
Okay, so let's give a rating. Let's give a rating to these.
Jesus Christ. I'm giving this one a 4.75.
Mm.
This one checked all the boxes for me in a milkshake IPA. It has the pineapple, it has that sweetness, and it still has that hoppiness to it, which still reminds me that I'm drinking an IPA and not just a soda.
Okay. Um. Man. Okay. I think I'm gonna go for a 4.5. Um. Now you know what? I'm gonna go for 4.75 as well.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Do
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna go for 4.75 as well.
Yeah.
I agree with
Yeah.
everything you said. It is really good. Um, the only reason I wouldn't give it a 5 is because is it something that I would want to drink all the time. I think 5 I'm saving for a spot that I could drink this beer at any time.
You're saving a 5 for my beer.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. But like a 5 to me is like a beer that's so good I could drink it anytime, any time of the year, any time of the day. And this one I think is heavily based on just dessert. I don't think I could go to a bar and drink this and casually, like party or talk with friends. I think this would have to be something that follows a really like amazing meal, like a nice steak dinner. And then I want to chill and just chill with the wife and drink beer.
Have a sweet beer.
I think this would be that.
Yeah, no. I'm with you on that.
A nice campfire and drinking this. Ooh,
that
I
would be
could go for
perfect.
that.
That would be perfect.
Beautiful.
Crack one of these open while camping.
Mm.
This would pair well with s'mores.
That is good. Oh yeah, that could pair easily with s'mores. 100%. I agree. Damn.
Man, this 8.6 is gonna kick me.
Yeah, I needed to stop drinking it. I was like, I need to stop, and I'll finish it after the stream when I chug all the rest. All right, so Nate made a mistake here. Nate forgot to hit record when we took a break after our second beer. So, right now we're going to be trying out the Applejack Earnest Brew Works. All right, so we've actually been tasting on it for the past 10 minutes. We'll count this as a yikes from Nate, okay? We'll count this as a yikes from Nate, okay? My bad.
This beer is a collaboration between the Brew Kettle and Earnest Brew Works out of Toledo. Earnest Brew Works is a brewery that I've had a lot of their beer from, and I've only had a few beers from the Brew Kettle, but I'm a big fan of the White Raja from the Brew Kettle and Earnest Brew Works Crunchy Hippie. They make some fantastic beer. I'll say it. I'll say it right here. Earnest Brew Works, best brewery in Toledo.
So
hands down.
So we've been drinking, as I said, we've been drinking this for a little bit now, about 10 minutes.
Should I say what's in this can?
Yeah. Go ahead and say what's in here.
I'll say what's on the back. Our fall-inspired collaboration with Earnest Brewworks highlights the best parts of the season. Going apple picking, the crisp breeze, the comforting sweetness of apple cider, the soul-warming smell of cinnamon, wafting from fresh baked goods. Excuse me. This is the fall beer we've all been yearning for. Applejack is an ale brewed with apple, cinnamon, vanilla, and lactose. It is slightly darker than a rich apple cider. It's like a cinnamon apple pie in a glass. Grab your favorite flannel, which I happen to be wearing mine. Nate did not get the memo. Cozy up to a bonfire and thoughtfully sip this beer as you enjoy a calm autumn night.
Yeah, Lucas doesn't usually tell me about the beers, only because I want them to be a surprise. So had I known this is going to be one in the mix, I would have worn a flannel because I love flannel. So we've been drinking on it, and the smell. Initially, you get a little bit of an apple smell to it. Would you agree with that, or do you disagree?
I would disagree.
You would disagree, like the smell initially, because like you said, it's vanilla, cinnamon, and lactose and apples. Um, okay, I myself get a little bit of an apple smell, um, but I guess Lucas doesn't. Uh, what was your initial thought, Lucas?
I To be completely honest, I was unimpressed with this beer. I wasn't happy. I'm not tasting the cinnamon. I'm not tasting the vanilla. I'm not really tasting the apple. I'm not tasting. I mean, when a beer was called the Applejack, I got real excited. I was like, oh, apple cinnamon. I love apple cinnamon. And I don't know if maybe I overhyped it for myself, but I'm not impressed with this beer. And I mean, that's just because I don't like this beer doesn't mean that it's a bad beer. It is just this podcast is just our own personal opinion here. Earnest makes really good beer. Brew Kettle makes good beer.
Like, I mean, a good
I
example is last week's podcast. You really liked the
Yeah,
pound cake,
yeah, yeah.
and I was like, I really don't like this, but you were all about it. Like, you were a little upset, honestly, that I didn't like it. Um,
I was surprised that you didn't like it.
and it's just something that sometimes beers, they grow on you for real. They like, as you drink them more, they start to grow on you more. And then some beers are just not for you. All right. So just because we don't like it doesn't mean it's not a good beer. Everyone has their own
Doesn't mean it's not a
preference.
good beer. Doesn't mean it's a critique on the brewery
hmm So
by any means.
my
It's just our own
initial
personal opinion.
yeah, so my initial thought of it was, I feel like I was tasting a lot of cinnamon and nothing else. Now Lucas kind of disagrees with this, but I feel like I was tasting a lot of cinnamon only because I'm not tasting vanilla, I'm not tasting apple, and I don't know what lactose tastes like. I guess just milk.
It's just that sweetness.
Oh,
It's
it's just a
just the
sweetness.
sweetness
Oh,
to it.
okay, just sweetness. Okay, all right. I
Yeah.
guess, yeah, because it's not a milkshake IPA. I guess that makes sense. Um,
I mean, I would say lactose sugar probably tastes vanilla,
okay,
but it's like that vanilla sweetness. You know what I mean?
yeah. And so that's what leads me to believe that it's the cinnamon, because it has like a full taste that cinnamon would have. But again, it just tastes plain. I don't get any like good sweet apple pie taste like they said on the can.
Yeah, yeah. Which I was really looking forward to because when I went beer shopping, because Nate likes to be surprised, I go to the Perfect Pour Beverage Company in Dublin. Fantastic beer shop. If you are in the Columbus area, I highly recommend uh, eh, getting your beer from the Perfect Pour. If they don't have it, nobody else will. I will say that.
Hmm.
They have a great selection, and they're fantastic, fantastic guys that run it. But when this can just spoke to me, and it was the first time that I've been able to get Earnest Brewworks since I moved down to the Columbus area. I guess a collaboration with them. So
Hmm. Yeah, I've never been there, so maybe we can go
I
there sometime. That's where you get all of our beers.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's the only place I not the only place I do my beer shopping, but that's where I do all the shopping for the podcast.
Okay. All right. Well, I I don't know. Rating wise, I'm gonna let you go first. I want to hear what you do for your rating.
God damn it.
I know.
Um,
I hate to throw
before
you under there, but like I don't know, man.
before I get to the rating, um, there's something on the bottom of their saying that I just wanted to touch base on. Whichever beer you choose today, please remember to support beer made in Ohio. We are all in this together. With COVID-19 going on, these small craft breweries have taken a huge hit with not being able to do their summer beer festivals, their fall beer festivals, and I mean, fingers crossed, we might be able to get their winter festivals in. But I highly recommend going out to that craft brewery that maybe you've been thinking about trying, or next time you're in the grocery store, picking up a six pack of uh, a craft beer brewery, because these are the guys that probably hurting the most. Same thing with the restaurants in the area. They just haven't had a chance to I mean, make as much
Yeah.
money as they would. And if we don't help them out now, they're not going to be there for us next year or the year after. So,
And if you're somebody that's worried about going out in public, being out in person because of
right.
COVID, a lot of breweries are providing beer delivery. I know Platform, they're the ones I've used quite often, actually. I've used them several times. Um, they provide a free delivery. There's next to no charge for the delivery fee, so you're really just paying for the beer. Um, it's a great resource to use if you're wanting to try that craft brewery. Um,
And
yeah.
and also it doesn't reach out to these breweries. Like if you have a question about their beer there, I guarantee that these breweries will be more than happy to talk to you about their beer.
Oh,
Give them
agreed.
a call, shoot them a message on Facebook. Like they will, help you find the best beer that you're interested in, or answer any questions that you may have.
I mean, some of the coolest places to drink are breweries. Honestly,
Oh,
I
hands down.
when we go hopping to bars, I think drinking in the breweries are the most fun because, I mean, the bartenders they actually care because they care about what they're serving you. Whereas at a
Yeah.
bar, it's really not so much they care. I mean, they care about what they're serving you, obviously, but like they don't have as much information on those beers that they're serving you.
Hmm.
So it's definitely a better experience usually when you're going to the brewery and you're supporting them directly too, which is nice.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Well, so moment of
So
truth here. What do you? Okay, so let's
go to
talk
the
about
rating.
this rating. I know we've been trying to avoid this, trying to avoid this whole time. And again, just a quick disclaimer: our thoughts on this do not reflect what your experience may be for these beers. So what do you think?
So I give it a 3, and I'll tell you why I give it a 3. Because when I rate my beers on Untapped, I seldomly go under 3, because just because a beer was made and I don't like it, not every beer was brewed for me. I don't think actually no beer has ever been brewed for me. Okay, but
Well, no, Dude Theater
I,
or Brew Theater was brewed for you. Okay, don't
that
say
was
no
no,
beer
that
was
was
brewed
not
for
brewed
you.
for me. That was brewed together. That was brewed together. That was a team effort right
uh,
there.
For those of you to
Um,
know, Lucas is a streamer. He goes by the name of Dude Theater on Twitch, and um, he had his own brew made for him called Brew Theater. And all I
not made
remember,
for him.
okay, okay, made for everyone technically, but with him in mind, okay. And the biggest thing I remember is seeing the video of you pouring those two big jugs of Mountain Dew Code Red into
The
the
two
into the
two
thing.
liters. Yep,
Yep.
it was a Code Red Cherry Milkshake IPA in partnership with Ice Tier Brewing
Now the records
in
show
Bowling
he has
Green.
still not given me any of this, and he has not brought me any, and it's probably no longer available. But
It may not be. What I do plan on going back up to Bowling Green next week. So I
maybe
mean,
you can make some of your own.
yeah, I'll get right on that.
Okay, so I'll give my rating here.
But
I
I
think
I give it a 3 just because. I mean,
it's
I'm
got to be a really bad beer in order to
it's
go
got
under
to be a
three, right?
really bad beer for me to be like, oh, would I drink this beer? Yes. Would I go out of my way to buy like a 12 pack of it? No. No. If I was at a brewery and it was, yeah, I would get it in a flight. Yeah, definitely. I'd get a 16-ounce pour of it. But I mean, would I go back to the store and buy another six? Would I buy a 6 pack of it? Probably not. Probably not. And both breweries and the collaboration, they make good beer. I just didn't like this one. And
um,
I don't want to sandbag them. So that's why I
no,
don't do
I
anything
agree.
lower than
I mean,
3.
there's other beers you like from their brewery as well, so it's not
Oh,
like
hands down,
you're
hands down.
not completely dissing on the brewery because you do like some of their other products, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna say I'm also gonna go. I'm gonna go with the 3. I think there's worse stuff out there, so I am gonna stick with the 3 as well. I don't really go by Lucas's not below a 3 thing, but I think there is a lot. I've had worse than this, and I know that for a fact. Even though I've never rated them, I know there is worse stuff in this, so I'm gonna give it a 3 as well.
All right, for the last beer, we will be doing hot chocolate with marshmallows from Shea Brewing. out of Cleveland.
I think my
Or well,
wife would
Akron.
love this.
Excuse me, Akron, Ohio.
I think if I really
Um,
like this, I'm gonna give some to my wife. I think she would really like this.
I think you are gonna like this.
Ooh,
This is a milk stout aged on cacao nibs with habanero. Yeah, I
habanero,
bet you didn't know.
like the spice.
Yeah, like the spice, man. Like the spice.
Ooh, okay, okay, that might be a game
I
changer. I didn't read the fine print there, but
well,
okay.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know. I've had stouts before with peppers, and it just warms the back of the throat. It's not where it's like going to be a spicy beer where all you're tasting is spice. It's just warmth,
Not gonna lie,
warmth from the
my worst experience with habanero was when I got the mango habanero sauce at B Dubs, and I was young, so I didn't really understand like the spice thing, and I was like, oh, mangoes, I like mangoes, habanero, what the hell is that? Let's just do it. Got it.
habanero.
Worst experience of my life. I hated myself the rest of the night. Honestly, I think it made me hate B Dubs for a while, even though I love B Dubs, but like, oh, dude, it was bad experience. But go ahead, explain a little bit more about this RS hot chocolate.
So everything from Shea I have had has been fantastic. These guys have not made a beer that I have not liked yet. Um, and all of their beer, from what I can tell, is very sought after. Like, I got the last two cans when I got these for us, and when I went and cashed out for them, the guy working the cash register was like, "This beer is fantastic," and everyone's been talking it up. So
I was just reading Akron, Ohio. That's right from where I'm from. Same
yeah,
area.
yeah, yeah.
Nice. I like that. Okay, and now I'm really pumped now. The habanero kind of brought me down a little bit, but then I was like, oh, Akron, Ohio. Okay, hype. Okay, cool. So yeah, from nearby my hometown. I'm from Wadsworth, Ohio, which is just like a kind of like a suburb of Akron, Ohio. Um,
A suburb of a suburb.
Akron, do you count it as a Akron's a city.
I thought Cleveland was the city and Akron was a
No,
suburb.
Akron's farther is like 40 minutes away from Cleveland.
Oh, is it? A
Oh
real?
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
shit, I didn't know.
yeah. It's south of Cleveland. Um, yeah.
Ooh, I'm going for this pour.
All right. Yep. Let me get my glass here.
Ooh,
I
I
was
think you're
looking on the
gonna
side
like
here.
this.
I'll read the side here this time since you missed it. It's actually really small. It's hard to see. It says the weather is starting to cool. The leaves are starting to turn. The evenings are getting brisk. It's time to take a cup of this hot chocolate with you as you gather around the fire. I feel like there was a chance to rhyme some stuff, but I don't know what they would rhyme. It felt like they were trying to go for like a weird poem rhyme, but I don't know what that would be. Did I
Hey,
have
our
to?
shake can do whatever they want.
Did I have to shake this a little bit?
I mean, you don't have to.
It's also a
Yeah, I
really
think it's
interesting name, R. Shea. What is that? Is that a name of someone? I'm assuming. If you get the chance,
it's
while I
probably the
pour,
name of somebody.
if I get a pour, would you mind looking that up? Because that's interesting. It's not like all these other ones have like these interesting like non-person name ones, but um, I was really interested in that because it seems like a very like abstract name to be not a name of someone. All right, let's see if I can pour this. Do you pour all beers at a 45-degree angle, or is there like some beers you pour at like a different angle? Or is that a weird question?
What'd you say?
Are there any beers that you don't pour at a 45-degree angle?
Nitro beers.
Nitro beers. Okay. You know what? I remember seeing you do that nitro beer that one time. It was cool because
Yep,
you did
it's
it like
straight
you
up
did
and down.
straight up and down.
Yep.
I would like to try that sometime. Ooh. Mm. So I'm smelling it now, and I like that I not only smell the hot chocolate, but I feel like I smell marshmallow too. Maybe that's a mind thing. It could be just like totally a mental thing, but ooh, I love the smell of that. Or maybe it's the habanero.
So I think Shea is the guy who found it. Who
Okay.
founded?
I mean,
brewing
I'm sure that's probably a safe assumption for it. I mean, it does feel
I mean,
like
his first name is Ron,
Okay, well that's
and
fair
his
enough.
last name starts with an S. So
That's pretty accurate then. I would assume that then. Huh. That's so yeah. All right.
ooh, I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, the smell is really good. Are we taking? Let me know when you're ready for your initial sip.
And there's that warmth. Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
You were not wrong about the habanero.
Mm-hmm.
It's so settled, and it makes a nice warmth at the end. Wow.
Yeah,
Whoever thought
that
about
is
that is absolutely genius.
incredible.
Like, how do you think to put a spice like that in a beer just to get a nice warmth at the end? That is such a innovative way, and wow.
Cool, man. I'm getting hot cocoa. That's all. I'm getting hot cocoa with marshmallows,
Oh
and then
yeah.
just a warmth in the back.
Honestly, I'm moving it around my mouth. I'm afraid to move it around too much because I'm afraid of the habanero still. But
Embrace it. Embrace it, Nate.
embrace it. I'm still a little worried about it, but like, I don't do well with hot stuff. I'm
I don't
so
do well
bad.
with hot stuff either,
And
but
but
I
like,
love hot stuff. But I just don't handle it well.
hmm, I like that. This is a beer that I only think I could have one of.
Same.
I don't think I could also. I also don't think I could have any other beers with it. This would have to
This is
be
something that I would just sit down and just enjoy this beer while watching like a movie or something like that,
yeah, or a campfire, as they say.
or a campfire. Yeah,
um,
if my apartment allowed campfires.
it's better to ask permission for forgiveness, right? Ask for forgiveness than for
Well,
permission.
they owe me, so.
There you go. See, um, man, I love the aftertaste. I still feel my body is like heating up. Like
This is
I
great.
can feel it
This
in
is,
my chest, not in a bad way. Like, it's a good way. It also could be because I've had a lot of beer before, so my body's already kind of warm. But
no, no,
um,
no. This is good.
but like I can feel it here. Like, I can feel that warmth, which is in my chest, which is really like it's a good feeling. Um, Man, I love that smell. Okay, what did it say ingredients?
What do you mean? Did it say ingredients?
It was just a cocoa nibs and habanero. That's well, like the other ones, they say what are the things are in it. But this one doesn't say like it just says milk stout aged. I don't know what natural milk stout tastes like, so sorry, don't shoot me.
Gotcha.
Um,
Gotcha.
but like cocoa nibs and I don't know what cocoa nibs
I mean,
either. I
just
love the word nibs, but I don't know what cocoa nibs either. But habanero, I'm assuming
oh,
it's just cocoa, right?
yeah,
Okay,
it's cacao.
cacao. Okay,
So like, the
you gonna be
things that
that
make
person that
dark
corrects me
chocolate
on
good.
that word?
Well, I just, wanted you to make sure that you weren't drinking like hot Swiss Miss.
Cacao. Are cocoa and like cacao, like, is that an interchangeable
I
word? Is that
I
genuinely different things?
I don't know. I
Now
don't
I'm
know.
starting to question myself. um,
Um,
Man, dude, I really love the smell of this.
God, this is good.
This is like so I still have that other one, the
Our
pineapple.
Shea doing it again.
Mm. I'm just comparing with like the smell of that double IPA milkshake, the pineapple one,
Hmm.
and those are both ones I've just. Mm.
Our Shea is another brewery that got back to me. So
Mm.
they
Yes, what
just
did our
wanted
Shea
to.
say?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They wanted it to be known that Exotic Matter, which is a raspberry milkshake double New England IPA, just hit the shelves, and that their Canal Place location in
Canal
Akron.
Fulton? Is that
Uh,
or canal? So they're canal. Okay, they're okay. I know what you're talking about. Okay, go ahead.
yeah, yeah. Their Canal Place location will be having a 1 year anniversary in November. So that might be something to maybe we try to swing out for.
I would like to try that. That sounded really good. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if I've been near their place. I don't think I've been
You
near there
honestly probably haven't. You've been living down here for. Well, I mean, you went to college first, and then
well, yeah, but I went to Akron for a lot of things. When I was in high school, but yeah, I don't think
I
I've ever
mean, they
been near their
probably. I don't
brewery.
think they were
I
open
wouldn't
when you were in
obviously I
high
wasn't at the
school.
brewery when I was in high school, but like I just thinking like if I've seen their brewery at all or anything, but
Well, I
Not that I
don't know
can
if their
remember.
brewery has been open since you were in high school.
Oh, really? Is it fairly new?
I don't know if it's fairly new, but I mean, when did you graduate high school?
I don't know, 2012, I think.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, did you graduate 2012?
Yeah.
Are we this? We graduated the same year in high school.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
We were the same year in college too. You didn't know me as a freshman?
No,
Everybody knew me as a freshman. No, no one knew me as a freshman. Are you kidding me?
no, I had no idea we went into college.
Oh.
So we both went into college at the same year.
Hmm.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, man!
You didn't know that? Huh.
No, I didn't. Holy
Well, look
shit!
what that turned
This is.
into. Us doing a beer
I mean,
podcast together.
I was doing a beer podcast. I always thought you were a year ahead of me.
Because yeah, you didn't wait a year, right? You went in right in 2012, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
And how old were you when you graduated?
Oh God. Oh, that's 4 years ago. I'm 27, so I graduated. No, wait.
High school, high school.
Oh, graduated high school. Oh God, I don't know. 18, I think.
So wait, did you wait a year? Is that what it was?
No.
Because you said you're 27, right?
Yeah, I'm 27. Maybe I was 19. I was
25.
19 when I graduated high school, right?
I don't know.
I can't do math
I
right
was
now.
7.
Don't ask me to do
I was
math right now.
17.
I did it all
I was
day
17
today at
when I
work.
graduated high school. Okay, so that's probably that's what it is.
Mhm.
You're 2 years older than me.
Did you start school early? Like, did you start kindergarten early? That's a thing here in Ohio. I don't know if that's like in other states, but like starting kindergarten
What?
early.
Well, I mean, I guess I did.
Anyway,
I was in school in '99. I was in
old now.
kindergarten.
Both hit our late 20s.
Not yet. I turned 26 this month.
You're already 25. That counts as late.
Nope, that's middle.
When you're at 5, you round up.
Nope. No, you don't.
That's exactly what you do in math.
Nope.
Don't at me right now.
You're not a math teacher. You wouldn't know.
Don't even at me right now. All right. So anyway, yeah. So, man, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's weird to think of breweries being younger than I am. Because when I think
Why?
of brewery, I don't know. When I think of breweries, I just think they've been around for like since the beginning of time. Honestly, like I know that's not true, but like when I think of breweries, I think they've been at least older than I am, which I guess obviously isn't, I guess, true. I guess.
I mean, the Akron, Ohio. I mean, it was established in 2015.
Gosh, it's so okay. Well, that's fairly new to me then.
I mean, think about it. Think about it.
Like if it wasn't made before 2000, then to me it's new. But like if it was made before 2000, it's old.
So craft beer really started to take off. Like I mean, I guess like what Goose Island would have been. When was Goose Island founded?
Hold on, I'm gonna try this. Goose Island, is that Michigan beer?
It was founded in 1988. No, it's oh, that's weird. That's weird that you don't know that because you lived in Chicago.
Is it a Chicago beer? Damn it! It was that or Chicago. It's a Chicago beer. Yeah.
So they were founded in 88. So I mean, I would say that craft beer started in the late 80s and has just been going up. But I feel like in the past, 6-7 years, it really boomed.
So late 80s is when craft beer was created or was big.
I mean, I'm not going to say that Goose Island is the one that created craft beer.
No.
I
know what you're trying to say, but like, huh? Oh, I mean, so when would you say that like craft beer really became like a big like a fad? I guess. I mean, it's already a fad right now, obviously, but like,
I don't know. I would probably say late 2000s, like 2006, 2007.
That's so weird to think. Like, to me, that's
I mean,
like
I was in 6th and 7th grade.
I know that's so long ago, but like anything in the 2000s to me feels like it's new. I don't know why that is, but like to me, the 2000s
We're older than Facebook.
Feels new.
Nate, we're older than Facebook.
I don't want to talk about that. I mean, technically, I remember dial-up. Like, I remember AOL. I remember listening to the sound
I had
of...
dial-up. I had dial-up.
I remember all that. Like, yeah. I remember the first time we got to do IM.
My parents had Juno.
Messaging.
We had Juno internet.
Juno Internet God. But
We
like,
had
I
that for the
remember
longest
the
time.
night that we got to do instant messaging for the first time on AOL, and like we were doing it with
What
our
was your AIM
uncle.
name?
Oh, I don't know. It was my parents. I didn't actually have one myself. It was my parents,
Oh,
and we were
gotcha.
doing it with my uncle, and we were like messaging back. It was like the coolest thing. Like, oh my god, we're like instantly messaging each other back. It was so cool. Anyway, how do we get to this
God, we sound
conversation
like
from
old
beer?
men. We
Right?
sound like
Let's
old men.
redirect the conversation before I have like some kind of
You're
epiphany
27.
that
I'm
I'm
turning
27.
26 this month. Back in my day, we had to wait.
It's
to
the hot
talk to
chocolate
each
thing,
other.
man. That's something my grandparents used to give me when I was a child. My grandma has this really good hot chocolate mix that she makes, and like I think that's what it is. It's the hot chocolate sinking in my mind and making me like reflect
My
back on the
God,
good old days. You know,
this is the second grandmother story I've heard from you today.
what was the first one? Oh, it was the one that was
The
cut out.
the the pineapple. No, it wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't. Oh yeah, the pineapple. Yeah, that's right.
God, I
That's
hope
right.
it wasn't cut out.
No,
We're
that
gonna
one
have
was
a
in it. Yeah, the other
we're
one
gonna have a
about the
real
apple butter was
short
cut out.
podcast to edit.
Anyway, let's go back to the hot chocolate here. I'm gonna continue to drink it.
Let's
My
get
body
back on
still
track.
feels warm right now. Like I
My
still
God,
feel
this
it
is such
in
a
my
good beer.
chest.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna no, it's not. It's not the first 5 on the podcast. We've only had 2 episodes, but I guess this is the second podcast in a row where I'm gonna give a beer a 5.
You're gonna go for a 5. Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to remember for the double IPA. Did I say 4.5? The milkshake.
You and I gave
4.25
4.25 for you.
4.25 for the double IPA.
Yeah, for the IPA.
I think I'm gonna give it that same thing. I think I'm gonna put it at a 4.25 as well.
Are you?
Well, you know what? Enough. Yeah. Because again, it's one of those things where it's not something I would be able to drink all the time. I think I'm looking for the higher rating to be something that I could drink any time of the year. And this is one I don't think I could drink all the time. It's more of a specific setting and time of year that I would drink this.
That's fair.
Like you said, like watching a movie or on a fire, watching a fire, at a fire. I guess you watch a fire. I guess that counts. But yeah, I do love the feeling. It gives a really good warm feeling. Taste is phenomenal. Smells even better.
This is just so good. You should save some for your wife.
Well, if I hadn't known that before pouring it all out, definitely. I mean, I'm keeping in mind every time we drink a beer, what's something that they would like. And I honestly, I think,
significant others.
huh?
By they, do you mean our significant others?
I mean Abby. You know, pronoun
okay.
of they. Yeah, I think they would really enjoy. Well, I think they'd enjoy this. I also really think they'd enjoy the double IPA a lot. Like,
Gotcha.
I think that'd be something. But anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna go 4.25.
Okay. I give it a 5.
You're sure that's what I said for the double IPA?
I swear that's what you said. I mean, you'll find out tonight when you edit this.
That's true. I guess I will. Yeah. I rate if anything, if I'm wrong, if we're both wrong on that, I'm rating it the same as the double IPA milkshake that we did tonight, because it was, I think they're both really good occasion drinks. So
That's fair.
yeah.
I can support you on that. All right. So as we wrap up the podcast, we're going to give our top 4 of the podcast, and then we'll finish with a couple of closing statements, and that'll be it, I think.
Yeah.
So what did you think was your number 1 beer of the evening?
Number 1 beer of the evening. I'm gonna have to go with the. I'm gonna get the can here so I can say the name right. 1 second. I'm gonna go with the Maui Pineapple Milkshake Double IPA as my top choice.
Okay. My top choice of the evening was the Nocterra Brewing California Swell Lime.
Interesting.
That goes. I loved it. That I'm a big raspberry fan, so
Hmm.
I mean, that would just taste like raspberry juice with a little bit of saltiness to it, and I thought it was fantastic. What was your number two on the night?
So number two, interesting enough, is gonna be the Gosa. I know I rated it lower than the hot chocolate, but I think the Gosa has a lot of like, I mean, there's a wide variety of occasions I could drink it, and it was just, it had a nice flavor to it, and it was really good.
My number two is the Shea hot chocolate. I am starting to get into stout season since it's starting to cool down, and pretty much once it gets, cold at night, I am a stout drinker, and I don't know, that just did it for me. That chocolate, the sweetness that was supposed to be the marshmallows, right on the button there, and just that warmth from the habanero. I mean, I could drink. If this came out all winter long, I would pick this up every week I went shopping.
Well,
What was your
third one I'm gonna go with the hot chocolate. The
nice?
Shea Brewing Company. It was, honestly, the same thing that you said. I mean, getting in the cooler months, it's definitely. I've never had something that's habanero before, but I can definitely see why you would like it in the cooler months. I mean, it feels good. My house is like really cold right now, and I don't feel it
My house is
because I'm
well,
drinking this right now.
apartment is also-
What was that?
my apartment is really cold right now.
Yeah, we don't have our heat. We don't have our gas turned on right now because we turn it off during the summer,
Oh my
and so
god, you
I haven't been able to heat our house, so it's been getting very cold. Um, and so yeah, I this is definitely a good feeling right now, and it's my first habanero, and I think it's really good. How about you?
have my number three is the Maui Pineapple Milkshake Double IPA. Pineapple. I mean, honestly, like if I went to an ice cream place and I saw a pineapple milkshake and I ordered it, this is exactly what I would want it to taste like. And then it still had that hoppiness finish, which let me know that I was still drinking a beer. So it checked off the box for IPA and then just sweetness, dessert beer. I mean, I just I I would buy 4 packs of this or 6 packs or whatever. It's 16-ounce can, so 4 packs. I would I would buy this continuously. I'm sorry I didn't try this earlier in the summer because I would have been enjoying this all summer.
I can agree with
But
that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I saw just a couple of cans in the single section at the store that I went to, Perfect Pour Beverage Company in Dublin. Um, and I was like, "Oh, that can art looks really cool." So I kind of based it on the can art, and then I read it, and I was like, "This is something that I would want,"
Does have a cool
because
can.
somebody in the first episode wanted us to try a milkshake IPA. So
Yeah. No, it is a very cool, definitely a cool can.
yeah,
Which brings us to our number four, which is
which
unanimous here.
I yeah, for the both of us, it's the Applejack. And I mean, that's not to say that it's a bad beer. It's just not for us.
Mm,
Um,
definitely.
the things on the can that it said it was going to taste like, it just didn't taste like that. And I was really looking forward to it. And I don't know. I don't know if maybe I just overhyped it, but it just didn't really do it for me. So again, not to say it's not a bad beer. It's just not for us.
Yep. No, I agree with that. All right. Well, so I think that's a wrap for our podcast for today.
So if you'd like to support the pod, we are on Twitter at Buds and Suds Pod One. It's going to be our logo, the same logo that we have for YouTube. So you can just keep an eye out for that. And we also have a Patreon, which is Buds and Suds.
And all this information will be down in the description for you to check out.
Yeah.
And we're also going to have a video here at the end that describes the Patreon as well as what that entails and all what the different tiers are for that.
And of course, any support like that is never expected but always appreciated. And I highly recommend that you check out 8-Bit Arcade. That's N8 BIT Arcade on Twitch. That's where you can catch Nate sailing the seas and doing other pirate things on Twitch.
To another pirate thing. So we are both Twitch streamers. That's how we first started out. And then we decided to do a podcast here together about beer. But you can also check out. He's down here. Right down here. All right. You can check out Dude Theater. That's twitch.tv/Dude Theater. Spelled theater THEATER, not RE.
There you go.
All right. You should check Dude Theater. He's a variety streamer, but recently he's playing a lot of Warzone. But you can check him out playing other games as well on Twitch.
Thank you so much for supporting the pod. For those audio listeners, we appreciate you. For those visual and audio listeners, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and we should say this is available on Spotify as well. So
Yes, this is available on Spotify as well. Buds and Suds podcast.
Yep, if you're watching on YouTube, it's available on Spotify. If you're listening on Spotify, it's also visual as a visual with our faces on YouTube. So vice versa, you can check it out on both platforms. Yeah.
When are we going to be doing next week's podcast?
So we do it weekly. We do this weekly. I think we had to do it early. Usually we do it on Saturdays, but today we had to do it on Thursday because I will be gone. So probably next Saturday will be, not this coming Saturday, but the following Saturday will be our next podcast.
All right. Sounds good.
Well, again, we thank you everybody so much for the support. It's greatly appreciated. And we will see you all next week.